Thank you. Now to iTeam 8.
And a case heading to the state Supreme Court after a loophole is found in state law. The case centers around a 14-year-old charged with carrying a gun.
But an appeals court says no similar gun law exists for adults. iTeam 8's Jasmine Miner breaks down the case for us.
The teen couldn't actually be charged because juvenile courts only have jurisdiction over children who violate an adult crime. So in this case, at the time, the charge of dangerous possession of a firearm didn't exist for adults. And so the legislature tried to quickly reverse this law and charge the 14-year-old. But the appeals court came back and said you can't make something illegal for someone after it's already been done.
If it's wrong for an adult to do it and a child does it, then that child goes to juvenile court.
That's the norm, but
problem in this particular case of MH is that the law that MH was accused of violating was a law that pertained only to juveniles. So juvenile court said, we don't have jurisdiction.
A 14-year-old listed as MH admitted to the crime of dangerous possession of a handgun after he was caught trespassing by Elkhart police. But the teen couldn't actually be charged with the crime.
So the legislature didn't do its homework. Then tried to make it right. And they passed another law saying that if a juvenile carries a weapon, they are automatically a delinquent. And so juvenile court has jurisdiction.
Indiana law professor Jennifer Joback says it was too late for the case of MH. And documents show the appeals court ruled in favor of the teen who committed the crime prior to the amendment.
Let's say the legislature said that it's illegal to drive on Tuesdays. Anybody who drives on Tuesdays, that's a violation of law. And then the prosecutor's office and the police start arresting everybody who's ever driven on Tuesday. Well, you and I have driven on Tuesday. But when we drove on Tuesday, we didn't know it was going to be against the law later. That's an ex post facto law.
Which means he's free to go, at least for now, while the case heads up to the Indiana Supreme Court.
But they couldn't scoop in the child that they were trying to prosecute because they made this emergency fix after he had already acted. Mm-hmm. So basically, this particular child is going to get a second chance, and I hope he uses it to good advantage.
The Indiana Supreme Court will hear arguments over this case starting tomorrow, Thursday at 10 a.m. I'm Jasmine Miner for Wish TV, iTeam 8.